So this is Todd Cochran, the man who's been podcasting since podcasting was a word, and Geek News Central is where you can find him. And he's got some opinions about this alleged, or maybe it is real, podcasting patent. So Todd, how do you feel about the patenting of podcasting?
Well, Chris, I think you and I both know that back in 2000, 2001, Dave Winer and Adam Curry really were the ones that came up with the idea that led to the evolution known as podcasting. In 2003, there were demos made at a number of conferences showing what it would take to download media automatically with a software program to get it to sync up to a media app, or a portable media application. So when the news came out on Wednesday that Volo Media had been issued a patent on episodic content, in other words, they elaborate and say this is a podcasting patent, I think most of the community has sat back and really said, oh really? As you know, my company represents about 4,500 different podcasters. We've been in this space since 2004, 2005. I know the players in the space. I know who's working, who's done stuff. And I think this comes as a shock to most of us. Now, if Dave Winer and Adam Curry, as we know, did this work, there's absolutely no way that this patent can hold up because of prior art. So I think over time, what we're going to see is, depending on where they go with this, what will happen. And I hope that the folks over at Volo Media follow through with what they say they're going to do and not turn this into an IP war where they're taking companies to court and trying to enforce the patent. The community does not need this at this point. We're trying to build a business around podcasting and help podcasters make money for their shows so they continue to create their content. We're trying to do all the things to really push new media beyond where it's at right now, and this is just a distraction that we don't know.
So what does the patent claim? I mean, you say episodic content, but what is that really? Is it?
Well, they basically spelled out some mechanisms in which it kind of semi-relates to podcasting on automated downloads of content, anything that, I guess the example that he put on his website was talking about Hulu, and if they ever were to put up content that was, what is Hulu already doing? They're already putting episodes of TV shows up, so really they've got episodic content, one show after another, and I don't know. There's a lot of mumbo jumbo in the patent. You have to go and read it. I'm not a lawyer. I don't claim to be a legal expert.
But the bottom line is that they basically are trying to patent podcasting.
Right. And I'm going to take it for their word at this point that they're going to play nice and they're not going to go out and push back too hard. That's all I can hope. That we don't need it this time. But if they do, he may have a fight on his hands.
You've got quite a picturesque view behind you.
Yes,
a sunset here in Hawaii.
It's definitely not something. It's not. We're supposed to be relaxing, having a good time, and we're talking about legal stuff. But yes, we're in beautiful Waikiki. We're at Tiki's, and of course, I live here in Hawaii, and I hope that all of you that are watching this will come out to Hawaii and enjoy our beautiful islands out here. And airfare's cheap, hotels are cheap. It's the best time to come to Honolulu of any time it's been in many, many years.
How long have you been here?
I've been here 13 years.
Wow. So are you considered then a local?
Well, I don't know if you ever, you're not born here. It takes a while to gain that local title, but yes,
right.
we're locals.
Yeah, I'm trying. If I can get maybe a little bit of a tan, that's about as close as I'll ever come, I'm sure.
Right.
So.
Thanks, Chris.
Hey, no problem. Todd, where can they find you on Twitter?
They can find me on Twitter at Geek News, and of course you can find my website at geeknewscentral.com. Come check me out next Friday. I'll be doing my 500th show, and we'll have a great party for that specific episode.
Sweet. Thanks, Todd.
Thanks.